You know what? Sometimes you just gotta get on a website like Jinx.com and save yourself 10% off of everything you buy there. What? 10%? That's right, 10% off of all your purchases on Jinx.com by using the promo code QuitStalling_366 when you check out. That's right, summer 2019. It is the peak of the heat right now, and if you want to save yourself 10% off of that graphic women's tee that Ammunition is wearing, or maybe a little bit of that steady premium tee that Shroud is sporting, use the promo code QuitStalling_366 and save yourself 10% off of everything you get on Jinx.com. That's QuitStalling_366 to save yourself 10% off of everything you buy there. All the gamer swag that you can muster. All right, QuitStalling_366 to check out. Welcome everyone to GameByte episode 99. Yes, we have as many GameByte episodes as Nena had Luftballons. I am your host. I am Herald Silvestre, welcoming you to the QuitStalling Media Studios studio. That's right. All right, 99 das GameByte episodes. It's looking really good because this weekend we have episode 100. We're gonna merge it like two Pokemon on that new website, fused together out of sheer will and determination. That's what we're gonna do on that episode. We're gonna have GameByte and the QuitStalling Geekcast together at last. The most ambitious crossover we've ever done on this network. But today's GameByte 99, and it's not all about me. We got my co-hosts who've been with me, ride or die, for the past 99-ish episodes. All right, so they've missed a couple, you know. And
I'm a 93.
Yeah, one of them came a little later. So
92.
That's fine.
92.
That's fine. All right, hush. We'll get to you in a second. But right now, we gotta go with my left-hand man, the man who's been with me since day one. He's been down with me like a brother in the wrestling ring. Ladies and gentlemen, D's nuts himself, Insta DZ, Diego Zuluaga. How you doing, DZ?
I'm so glad to be back after 3 episodes of being gone. I even missed scrims last week because Mark Lester B in chat just pointed out he won a prize, and I saw his post on Facebook. So congrats, Mark Lester B, for that. So yeah, it's great to be back after 3 weeks of being gone. Today's gonna be fun. I know today's gonna be fun. I'm feeling podcasting. I'm filled with energy. I had my chicken. I had my egg. I had my ramen instant cup noodles right before the show. So right. I'm ready to go.
Yeah, that's for me. Feeling like the cream of the crop right now.
Oh yeah, I should have put cream in that chicken. Damn. But yeah, should have put cream in that chicken. But yeah, I'm glad to be back. But I'm gonna throw it off to the other side of the spectrum. Of course, the show. Here's QuitStalling's resident tavern keeper, Mick DeGuzman, the Fury Bot. What you doing, Mick? How you doing?
I keep forgetting to bring this up. Hey guys, how are you guys doing today? My name is Mick. Man. Yeah, I love this. You should bring out yours, Diego. Don't you have your own?
1 sec.
Oh, he's gonna get it. But hey guys, today I'm going to teach you how to make a barbecue chicken. No, I'm just kidding. That's Diego. Check out his IG. That's instant easy. But good evening, everybody. Welcome to episode 99. We're 1 episode away from episode 100, and then the end of GameByte, and then the start of GameByte 101. And we're just gonna call it GameByte 101, even if it's episode 102 and 103, so on and so forth. But yeah, good evening, everybody. Good evening, Harold and Diego. I love y'all. I miss y'all. And whatever. Yeah, I'm just giving you because you put the thing on my head. Yeah, back to you guys.
Oh man, yeah. Good times, guys. Good times. We have so much to talk about in today's show.
Oh, danger zone.
Oh yes, and me, myself, and I have one that says the QuitStalling Studio. Yes, but by our powers combined, we're actually total nerds. But that's what the show is all about. We wear it loud and proud. We wear it on our sleeves. DZ, real quick, I want to remind you that Archer Season 10 is out. It's the final season of Archer.
It's the final season already?
Man,
that's right.
I stopped after... Wow. I have to catch it because I stopped after that Coma season.
Oh, go for it.
I stopped like mid-season in that one. I should probably watch.
Go.
That's
because there's
season
a lot
8,
to
right?
binge.
Season 8? That's season 8, right? Okay, good.
Oh, wait, no,
Right.
season. Yeah, well, one of those. Yeah, but yeah, lot of stuff to talk about today, guys. So chat, you know how to play along. You've been through this before. Let us know what you've been playing, just like our lovely hosts today, Diego Z. Before we get to what you've been playing, because I want to start with you, I want to give another shout out to Mark Lester B. This is a thing he won. All right, he typed in the word "you're breathtaking," or was it just breathtaking? I think it was breathtaking in the chat during Overwatch Scrim Night to win a real-life loot box from us here at Quit Stalin with a photo of Keanu Reeves inside. So congratulations once
Very
again to Mark
creative.
Lester B. It's really awesome. It's really awesome. And yeah, he deserved it. He deserved it. He was breathtaking in the chat. He was breathtaking all night long. All right, so congratulations, Mark Lester B. But DZ,
Yo.
what have you been playing?
Okay, well, let's say first, I stopped playing Shopkeeper Quest or / Shop Titan. Sorry, Mick. I'm gonna have to abandon the guild.
It's okay. I stopped playing as well.
Yeah, it's come to that point. We're here.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go in a bit. Now, this is the real story I want to say because I've been playing a game again. I'm playing God of War.
Woo!
Right. So let's put into context first. When it came out 2018, I didn't have a PS4, right? So I bought the game, and then without thinking, I bought the game. And then right after, I had to figure out how am I gonna play. So I was desperately looking for someone who was gonna lend me their PS4, or buy one that was like on sale, super cheap, whatever. But I managed to find someone who could lend it to me for 2 weeks. So I was able to borrow one, and then 2 weeks of playing almost every night, maybe even during the day, grinding and grinding, playing that game till the bitter end. I just played it on the regular mode so I can enjoy the gameplay, enjoy the story. All right, so I got to about, let's say, if I were to put it into 100%, it's like it has a percentage, it has a completionist rating, right? So I got up to 90%. All right,
my Lord.
I got up to 90%, and then there would be another 5%, which would unlock items. Okay, unlock items, and then the last 5%, it didn't matter because I was just like chess. I just didn't find, and I didn't care about that. Anyway, so the goal was to get to 95%, but I had to return the PS4, and I was okay with it. I came to terms with it, so I was fine. Months later, I find out that Santa Monica Studios is releasing a new game plus for God of War, right? So the PS4 is still with my friend. So I was thinking, there are also other games I can play in the PS4, and that was this whole time where I was in the past 20 so episodes where I was saying I was looking for a PS4. That was the time frame. Okay, that was where we were at that in this saga, right? Me struggling to find a PS4 because I wanted to play my old file with the new game plus, because in the new game plus you can I wanted to give me God of War the hardest difficulty with all my items, with everything. Okay, so fast forward to 2 weeks ago. All right, so you guys know I moved in with my friend, with my boss. All right,
Your balls.
so he was also telling me
Yo.
that he has a PS4. Okay, he had a PS4 that it belonged to his girlfriend's brother. Okay, and he had a PS4, and I said, Biggs, I have God of War. Let's play. Let's. I'll bring it. I'll bring it over so we can play in your PS4. But the thing is, my save file wasn't there. All right, obviously for obvious reasons, right? It's a whole new PS4. So I let him play first because I wanted him to experience God of War.
Mm-hmm.
So I let him play, whatever, yada yada yada. And then we were both thinking, maybe we can buy a PS4 for us. We can buy it from my old friend who lent me the PS4, from my other friend who lent me the PS4, because we wanted our own PS4 to call our own, because if we're going to have to return the PS4 we had at that moment eventually, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we finally come to a decision that we're going to buy the PS4 from my friend.
Aww.
And when we were talking with my friend who lent me
Shout
the
out to your
PS4,
friend.
yeah, I'll just say it's Mike. We're gonna buy it from Mike. I told Mike, and it was like it was a back and forth joke. Like, Mike, my file of God of War still has to be in your PS4. I swear to God, it cannot not be there, because I remember since I left.
Or no deal.
Yeah, because since I returned it to you, you didn't touch that thing. As in, he hasn't plugged it in since gave it back to him, and it's been 6 months.
Wow.
So there, that's how sure I was that it was there. So the next day just say the next day we finally bought the PS4, right? I plug it in at home, and then there it is. My file was there. My 90% file was there. Okay, this was Independence Day. This was the Independence Day holiday.
Wow.
The whole day.
This was an episode of GameByte. This was the same day as an episode of GameByte, right?
This is this episode of GameByte. The whole day, I played until GameByte just to get that last 5%. Okay, that last 5%. And my roommate Miguel saw me do the struggle of beating the last end game boss. It wasn't the Valkyries, okay? It was like the Echoes, the Realm Tears part, like the final part. He saw me struggling the whole day, doing the whole thing, swinging my Leviathan axe with the Chaos Blazer, remembering how the controls work, all the stuff that go into playing God of War. All right. So, and then he tells me, "Jegs, I'm gonna back up. I'm gonna get my save file from the other PS4 that we're gonna return and put it into the one we bought, okay?" All right. So he asked me, "How do you do it?" Just check online. So he checked online. And then he said that, okay, there's this method here where you connect them via 2 LAN cables, or by 1 LAN cable. You connect both PS4s via LAN cable. I told him, Megs, no, you just need the. I swear to God, there's a way to do it with just using a USB. Why are you gonna use a LAN cable? Why are you gonna go through that trouble? Because if you guys have a PS4, I'm pretty sure you guys know that there's an option: save data to USB storage.
Yeah.
And this is before our show. Okay, so like Migs, I was like, Migs, I have to go to my show. You better not do anything to my save file, okay? You know how important that is to me. You know how important it is to me. So,
oh no.
So I said I'm literally I'm dotting in back from the room to the living room where the PS4 is, just making sure he doesn't do anything. And then so he does the process of the LAN cable thing, supposedly copying the data from the other PS4 to the PS4 we bought, the new PS4.
Okay.
So
I know where this is going.
The progress bar finished. I'm just there. Okay, nothing's gonna go wrong. I swear to God, nothing's gonna go wrong. I hope nothing goes wrong. And then when we open the new PS4, we check out all the files that should be there. They're not there. Everything as in what happened when you do that method. PSA for those people who are gonna do this: do not do the dumb LAN cable trick. That method, what it does, it duplicates the PS4A
in the PS4B.
The PS4B.
Oh my God!
It just makes an exact carbon copy, so everything that's in B is completely white.
It got reformatted.
I was so distraught. I was so emotionally hurt. My heart was so heavy that I had to tell. I told the guys. I didn't even tell Herald and Mick and Elgin why. I just said, guys, hold on. There's an emergency at home.
Now we know what the emergency was.
If I may cut in, the three of us feared the worst. We're like, okay, did something catch on fire? Is the plumbing backed up? Were they robbed? Did someone break in? But it was far worse.
It was worse. It was so bad, dude. I thought about it, man, if I go on the show now, I'm not even gonna be happy.
Oh
man, it's
I know the feeling.
I felt so bad, and the whole night we tried different methods to getting it back. Listen, we were considering doing the hard disk storage and all that. He was so apologetic, and he was sorry. Guys, okay, I'm gonna end with this because everything else is just minor details. But I'm gonna end it with this. For those of you who don't know the feeling, it's like this. I'm sure all of you have played Pokemon.
Yeah.
You know the feeling you got when you catch Mewtwo? And then imagine your save file getting overwritten the day after. That's exactly how it feels. From catching Mewtwo for the first time in Pokemon Blue, Red, or Yellow. And then it gets wiped after. By a younger sibling. This is karma because That's exactly what happened to my older brother. So I know. So that weekend when I saw him at the dinner table, because I had dinner with my family, it was like, Cisco, I'm sorry about what happened 15 years ago. Pokemon came out. I know how it feels, and I'm sorry.
Oh, well, at least.
And this PSA about the PS4 LAN cable thing goes out to Human Panda, who gifted Mark Lester B a 1-tier sub. Thank you.
Thank you.
To be fair,
Human
one last
Panda.
though. To be fair to my roommate, doing that LAN cable method, it actually yeah. To be fair, it didn't say that it overwrites. It doesn't exactly or explicitly say what it does. So Sony, you better fix your UI.
But then in your defense, why didn't your friend just Google the goddamn thing, right?
He did, and that's the method he found.
That's
What?
the point. Yeah, that's
even
the point of the
worse.
story.
That's even worse.
Well, yeah, that was my week for the past 3 weeks. So
He's your boss, right?
yeah,
Did he give you a raise?
no, but I got something even better than a raise.
Your controller.
Oh.
No. Because we're friends. Is that
Bosses and employees aren't supposed to be doing that, DZ. That's an HR problem.
Actually, I did tell HR about it. I told the whole office about it. Basically, what I got out of this is that this is something that I can always use against him in any situation, and he will have nothing to say. That's how bad he feels.
If you told me this sooner, I would have actually given him shit for it. Because I saw him last Friday. Oh man. Oh, you should have told me it sooner. You should have told me sooner. But no, I'll just go like that to him. Oh, he's gonna feel so bad.
Let's see here. Let's look at the chat. BMO DZ was saying we need memory cards back.
We do.
True.
The reacts in the chat are they can feel your pain, DZ. From earlier on, where we see Mark Lester B and Shilfox saying, "Oh no, I think I know what's gonna happen," to Human Panda saying, "Jesus Christ!" All right, a lot of reactions in the chat. And speaking of Human Panda, big kudos for gifting the tier 1 sub to Notorious KGM. 20 gifted subs on the channel in total already from Human Panda 22. It's a total of 32 subs. Oh my gosh. Notorious KGM and it's Mark Lester B. Spam the emojis, the QS emojis that you got courtesy of Human Panda as a sign of thank you. As a sign of thank you to Human Panda. Give him a little bit of a love there. Oh, DZ, I feel your pain, man. All right, I know how that feels. I totally know how that feels. And the Pokemon analogy is very, very close to home. So I feel you. I feel you.
Wow,
man.
I've accepted it. I've come to terms with it.
I've come to terms with
I'll
it.
be fine.
I mean,
Life
now
can
you
go
will
on.
be.
Life can go on.
Now you will be, and it helps that this weekend we have GameByte /Geekcast 100, and we're just gonna drink our sorrows away. Fill ourselves with Mountain Dew, and
Not on stream.
and root beer. Yeah, Mountain Dew on
course.
stream. Hell yeah.
Root beer?
Yeah, Mountain Dew, ginger ale,
Yeah. Oh no,
the
we're
only
not-
non-alcoholic ale,
we're
or
not
maybe a
that
Cali.
fancy. We're not that
Whoa,
fancy.
maybe a Cali, since we're that naughty.
So that's what DZ's been playing and also not playing at the same time. Everyone in the chat, don't forget to let us know what you've been playing. Just like Miko P, who said he's been playing auto chess games, which we'll talk about later on in the show. Miko P, be a little more specific. Are we talking about the auto chess Dota 2 mod? Are we talking about Underlords? Are we talking about
team fight?
Yeah, let us know. Let us know which one you've been playing. All right. So, they are spamming in chat. Yes! Notorious KGM. You're not spamming the right emotes. And Mark Lester B.
Don't use the generic ones.
Come on.
Well, we don't have the heart emoji yet.
Use the QS emojis. Use the QS emojis. All right. Here we go. Guys. Mick, what have you been playing?
Hearthstone. Nah, I'm just kidding. I've been
Wonderful.
playing a bit of
Wonderful.
Well, Hearthstone, and then of course Underlords. The only thing I've been playing for the past few days. along with my friends.
Mm-hmm.
Good Lord, there's a big update today. They just made my favorite alliance of all the alliances in Underlords. They made them stronger. Those are the Knights, baby. Knight meta. Knight meta is back. And Miko P in the chat will probably agree with me when he says that Knights and Trolls are pretty much one of the best that you can get right now.
They're also the worst
your
on the
lineup.
internet. You know, White Knights and
Yeah,
Trolls.
of course. White Knights and Trolls, of course. Actually, that's pretty good. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's...
You can keep that one.
Oh, man. Man, I'm still pretty bummed out about what happened to Diego. I'm so sorry. Just thinking about it.
It's really such a bummer. We should have ended with Diego's story.
It made me remember about my Johto because I lent my friend I lent my cousin my Pokemon Gold cartridge and also my Game Boy Advance. And when I got back, I was like, okay, it's time for me to beat Red or maybe Ash, who was in that secret mountain. I can finally kill him. And then when I got there, when I got it back after 1 week of him borrowing it just so he could try it out, he overwrit the file. He didn't even think about like, maybe I'll just play my cousin's, my cousin's file so I could just try it out. Nope. Overwrit my files. Lost my Ho-Ho. Lost my Suicune. Lost my Raikou. Lost my Entei. Lost my
Kabisado pa yung
Of course, I remember those because my friend gifted me the Suicune for my birthday. That was that bad. It was a gifted Suicune. I had 2 Suicunes. Okay, a really strong one that's like 95, and another one that was like level 40 because it's kind of hard. No, it's not my cousin. Not what Notorious KGM said. It was another one, father's side.
See,
the one who's really into games.
You learned a little late. You learned in the 2nd generation that Pokemon is a game you don't lend anyone.
Oh yeah, dude.
That's There are a bunch of games you don't let. Yeah.
True. On a good note, though, he did make it up to me because I actually was a kid that time and I was crying. So he made it up to me. He gave me Mega Man Battle Network 2, which is because he knows I love Mega Man in general, like specifically all the Mega Mans in general. So he bought me that game with his own money as a way of saying sorry. So yeah, it was a little better, but I still want my Suicune back though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it for me though. What about
Unlucky.
you? What about you, Harold?
Diego, what have you been playing?
Sorry. Okay, Harold. I'm getting too old for this. Harold, what have you been playing?
Oh, real quick before we get to me, Russell Jello in the chat saying Dota Underlords as well. So auto chess climbing up the charts, people.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Miko P Underludes. Let us know what you guys have been playing. Human Panda said more Diablo 2. Kudos again, by the way, because I was following the progress on Twitter. 3 more quests until I finish the expansion. Good stuff, man. You're on a tear. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
BMO said new game plus. I'm so sorry, Diego. I'm so sorry. All right, let's get to me. And guys, I'm back on it. Yeah, I'm in it. I'm stream deep into World of Warcraft because the newest patch, The Rise of Azshara, is just launched, and I've been streaming it. Well, I streamed it today because it launched last night at around 1 a.m. because the servers went up way earlier than they had planned. So I fought temptation off last night to stay up because I definitely would have, and ended up waking up late to play this game. And I streamed it. Super fun. Cinematics, cutscenes are there. Long drawn out quests that you expect from MMOs, explaining why you're supposed to kill 25 of this and collect 5 of that. They're there. They're all there. It's an MMO, and it's been good. It was super fun. I didn't get to finish a lot of the main quests that I wanted to get done, but you know what? That's part of the journey. There's way more than I thought there'd be, and way more horde than I thought there'd be at that time as well. So I got killed once or twice because I'm a badass. It was only once or twice. I'm a badass. Ooh. I can run away. I'm really good at running away as a demon hunter. I have mobility.
Yes, you
super
do.
Fun. No RP this week because we got a couple people out of commission. I played a little bit with Elgin yesterday. I tanked 2 dungeons for him and his girlfriend and their friend. So super fun. But yeah, it's been all about the World of Warcraft for me because I also recruited the big chonkers. I recruited the cool Tyrian humans, the people that look like Thor, and it's super.
Wow.
It's super awesome. It's super cool. So yeah, that's literally all I've been playing is World of Warcraft, and it's been super fun. Anyone else in the chat, guys? Anyone else mentioning what they've been playing? Mick and DZ.
Well, I actually struck a conversation with Notorious KGM about the broken Switch I have, because I have some big update for that.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, what's up?
Yeah, go for
Ladies
it.
and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, after 6 months of patiently waiting, the Switch is finally fixed.
Woo!
Stay tuned for more details. I'm selling it.
You're selling it? How much?
Yes, I am. Let's talk off stream. Let's talk off stream.
No, because I know a lot of people who...
Let's
GameByte
talk
by
about it
himself.
off stream. Let's talk about it off stream.
All right, fair enough.
So I'll post it here. Nice.
GameByte buy and sell. GameByte buy and sell. Let's go.
GameByte
Tetris
buy and
99.
sell. From
Tetris
selling a
99.
Mac.
Just selling a
Easy.
Switch.
I would love to shellcast Tetris 99. That'd be ridiculous.
Oh,
That T-spin is so inhuman.
he's serving the vertical blocks. The vertical blocks.
20 line clear, DZ. He got the double tens. Unbelievable.
The line piece.
Oh my god!
Line piece.
You know, we should just like have a day where we make it the most exciting thing ever. I mean, it is already exciting to begin with, but like, just turn that dial up to 99, man.
Yeah, man. Oh man, I did Vitas instead of the Tetris 99 thing.
I was like, yeah, why are you singing the Vita song?
Because I saw Mick's face and it just popped in my head. Alright, guys, we got news. Alright, it's not all about us. Shout out to Zach Faker in the chat. Welcome to the show. Let's do this. Let's talk about the news, guys. Are you ready? Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Alright, but keep letting us know what you've been playing, chat. Alright, let us know because we're genuinely curious and we'll continue to shout it out as we go along. Here we go, guys. It's time for the news.
This week in video games.
Oh my, This Week in Video Games is brought to you by the Quit Stalling Geekcast because Saturday night, we're going to have the Quit Stalling Geekcast and GameByte's episode 100s at the same dang time. Ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be an eventful Saturday night for us because me, DZ, Wancho Saldana, and a bunch of other previous Quit Stalling hosts will be back in action, just shooting stuff, just shooting the pits. And I can't curse on the show yet. I'm trying so hard not to curse, but we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna have some fun, aren't we, guys? Aren't we? It's gonna be good. We're gonna have a live audience here in the studio. We're gonna have some of our closest friends joining us to just hang out and talk about the past, the present, and where Quit Stalling will be going, which is more or less down the drain because we've peaked, guys. Let's admit it. We're not going to get any better than this.
This is the end. This is the end already.
I don't want to set any expectations because that's about it. That's as good as it's going to get. But, guys, in all honesty, it's been a super fun ride, and I can't wait to see where we go from here.
100 episodes. Jesus Christ.
Right?
Well, I've only been here since 93 episodes, so
Yeah.
Still don't feel it. Maybe in
you really
107, maybe I'll feel it.
If you think about it, like we can only achieve 100 episodes. Well, the only person who's been to all episodes is Herald because he's the one that we do it from his place. So
Yeah.
he's done it. He's done everything.
He's
hasn't
done a
missed
total of
single show.
198 episodes.
Yeah, man.
Of
Someone
both-
called me the
of
Iron Man of
podcasts.
quit stalling. All right. Someone called me the marathon runner of quit stalling. Yeah,
some would call him the owner of quit stalling, which is actually kind of true.
No one owns quit stalling. Quit stalling belongs to the people, Mick. Quit stalling belongs to everyone. All right.
Wow, this beating Pilipinas candidate number 7, Herald Silvestre, is doing such a good job. Oh,
It's a
man.
major achievement that we're having on Saturday. But it's gonna be great. It's gonna be super fun. But yeah, guys, tune in for that. Saturday, 9 p.m. We're gonna have amazing people here in the studio just hanging out with us, cheering us on, waving foam fingers around. Maybe, just maybe, we'll get some signs that we made ourselves, like in wrestling, and we'll have them hold them up. I would love a giant-sized DZ emoji just in the background, like they have in those basketball games. That'd be so good.
Emoji.
That'd be so good. That'd be so freaking good. Oh, Bimo in the chat saying quit stalling 200 IQ episodes.
Oh.
That's the next goal. That's the next
goal.
I thought of a chant, but I don't know if it's too explicit.
What is it?
Okay, because
You
if
should
you
just
have
say it.
DZ emoji as a cheer, there has to be one where you're making fun of the person, right? You know, so I think WWE. Suck these nuts. Suck these
Oh
nuts.
my god! Suck these nuts.
Suck these nuts.
That's so bad, man. That's so bad.
Because usually when in WWE when they want to say someone sucks, they say DZ sucks. So it's other way around. Suck these nuts.
Suck these nuts.
Suck
So
these nuts.
funny,
Suck
man.
these nuts.
It's gonna be such a creatively fun and weird episode 100 because we've never done anything like this before. So I'm actually super excited.
Nope.
And I'm super I'm a little nervous, guys. I don't get nervous for these shows. Partially because I make it up as I go along, but yeah, it's fun.
Oh,
It's
man.
super cool.
Yeah.
And you know, to celebrate it with you guys and everyone who supported us, like Gwen and Francis. Yeah, maybe a cameo from a Miko P here and there, or maybe a cameo from a Human Panda 22. Who knows? Who knows?
He's
knows?
booked the plane right now. He's booked. He's
Oh,
on
yeah, man,
Cebu
he-
Pack right now.
He's staying on my couch. Imagine, right? Imagine. Snap. That'd be so fun. All right.
You have a spacious studio after all.
Yes, my living room is quite spacious. It's actually way larger than any other room in the apartment. Oh man, good stuff, guys. Yeah, I'm excited. It's gonna be fun. I want to talk more about it in the after show, but right now, all right, what we do on GameByte is we talk about news and we talk about video games in specific. And what hotter video game is there than NBA 2K19?
Woo!
Just for context, okay, this game has been out since 2018.
Yeah,
Of September.
sports ball games usually are labeled a year in advance because hype. All right, so and
course.
that's the year the season ends. So guys, in a shocking development, NBA 2K19, pioneers that they are, have began throwing unskippable ads on their game. Yes, in the very loading screen of the game. Not at the start. No, they'll let you get through the menus first. They'll let you get and choose your teams first and your uniforms. But before you get to pick your roster, all right, before you get to pick your roster, you'll be greeted with with an unskippable ad. Jeez. So the game will have loaded by then. The game will have fully loaded midway through. 30 seconds in, I think, is what it was clocked at. 15 seconds later is when you get to skip, when it's the NBA TV show, the thing they actually put hard work into. Their in-house show. So this is honestly a little scary, guys, because this hasn't really been done before. And to give context, a lot of people are saying this is because NBA 2K went on sale in the Steam sale. Or even before the Steam sale, I think, the Steam summer sale. Before that, it went up for $3 a pop because it's the end of the NBA season and no one really buys an NBA game after the season. So
Yeah.
now people are saying, oh, it's the postseason, so now they're just throwing in the last minute cash grabs, and that doesn't make it okay. All right, just because NBA gave it just because 2K gave it for much cheaper, doesn't mean they can milk the cash cow right now. It's strange, right? Because this has never been done before. Usually, if it's some kind of ad, you can skip it, and you lose monetary features or in-game currency or something like that. But this won't let you skip it at all. And the fear is this could be a start of a disturbing trend in games because we pay for our content. We paid for the game already.
Yeah.
We understand that the ads for Gatorade, the ads for all these actual NBA sponsors, they're understood because it makes the game feel more alive. It makes the game feel more legitimate. People actually used to modify the game files to show legit ad signs in the background. So it's something people want for authenticity. But I don't really want an unskippable TV trailer in my game. Because it doesn't really add authenticity and it just pisses me off. Because I see right through it. You guys don't even play NBA 2K and you see right through it.
Yeah, it's exactly what you said, Harold, because it might be the start of a trend. Because you know how accustomed we are now to the 5-second ad on YouTube, right? And we're okay with it because we can skip it. It might become that. It's because it's scary that it's going this way. You know when loot boxes weren't a thing and then all of a sudden they're the bane of the gaming industry now?
Yeah.
It's that. Like, who knows? Maybe what if it's gonna come to a point where they'll say pay an extra $5 and you won't have any ads on your game. It's scary to think that this is what it's come down to. Yeah.
It's crazy. Man, Mick, do you have any thoughts on this? Because I kind of gave a lot. I gave it all. Before I look in the chat, Mick, what do you
pretty much nailed it.
I kind of like the ads. I am in full support of 2K. I'm just kidding.
No one
screw these guys.
No one clicked that.
Screw these guys, man. Screw these guys. What the hell, dude? Are you kidding me? I mean, okay. Okay, here's the thing. I am actually a really, really bad supporter of YouTube because I've always put YouTube on my ad blocker. So I've never seen ads for like a good 5 years. Nowadays, I actually felt bad, so I put it on the whitelist. So now I actually watch the ads of those who I really like. I don't mind that because it's a free platform. It's a free platform after all, right? So they got to make the money. But okay, fine. Maybe you could say that those $3 2K19 going on sale for $3. This is just a way for them to actually, try to compensate the big price drop for their game when it was. But what about to quote the article, the online article here, which is actually IGN. This is an IGN article. What about those who paid full price for the game? Don't they also deserve? Don't they suffer from this as well? Because I mean, they paid the full price on release day.
$60 on release day, and some of these guys paid for the special editions.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Good Lord, man. So yeah, I will only say this. I don't like the game. That's why I'm okay.
Okay.
No, but seriously, I feel bad for them.
No, good
bad for you. I mean,
what you said, Vigo P in the chat says, I like the ads on them, so people will stop playing and play other games instead.
Hey man, Miko P, sometimes I can't play with LeBron on the weekdays, okay? Sometimes I can't play with Stephen Curran and pick up at LA Fitness, alright? So sometimes I like to create myself and become their teammate. It's the fantasy. It's still part of the fantasy of video games. So, no, but in all seriousness,
it's still in the fantasy of...
Is it, Taurus is asking if is it in every game mode that those ads are there?
As far as I know, yes. So whether you're playing My Career as a player, is it My Career or My Player, or whether you're playing an exhibition match, I haven't gone into every mode. I just went into the modes I normally play. just to see if it actually happens.
Oh,
and
man.
yeah, it's soul crushing.
That would be weird
terrible.
because if you go offline mode, then where?
Yeah.
How will they get the stream of the ads after all?
So unplug your LAN cables, guys, and you won't get Snowfall July
Turn
10th.
off your PS Pluses.
Ah, man.
Oh my God.
I think some YouTubers like I was watching who were talking about it. They were speculating that this is outrageous, but I wouldn't be surprised. Is
They
that
do it.
the reason why they did it now when the game was already on sales because they're testing the waters.
Yes.
Because when 2K20 what is it? Is this 2K20? 2K20 is gonna be it, right?
It's gonna be this year, yeah.
2020.
This year.
Yeah.
All
2K20.
of this year.
Yeah. And they're probably gonna put it there. There's if it's like they're in their heads. If people don't complain about it, we'll put it in. But like if people complain about it, we'll think about putting it in maybe some other time or implementing it another way.
Yes. So that's what's happening, and it's scary, right? Because we haven't really had much control over the things we're gonna talk about the rest of the show, like microtransactions. So where just when you think we're getting a glimmer of hope with RPGs that are coming out, you know, we get this shoved in our faces by 2K, and EA's in the back taking notes, man. EA's there like, we can do this. You know, like, come on.
Why didn't we think of this? It's genius.
Or someone
Speaking
at EA
of
got
EA.
fired. Yeah, like someone at EA got fired. Like, how come you said this was a bad idea? We're getting new lawyers.
We're getting a new lawyer. We're getting someone else. Oh man.
Yeah. So DZ, what were you saying? What were you saying, DZ?
So like you said, speaking of EA. Oh.
Bam!
Speaking of EA. Oh, guys, before we have this article is brought to you by Jinx.com. Use the promo code QUITSTAR. Oh man, there's a stupid ad.
Real quick, before we go to EA, I want to check out the chat because they had like funny reactions to the NBA thing. Bima was saying next you have to watch a whole episode, commercials included, before you get to play the game. Chill Fox said, before you pick your roster, a word from our sponsor.
Oh man.
BMO brought out a big point where what's going to happen with Ryzen's decreased loading times, it'll be for nothing. You're going to load the ads quicker. That's what it's going to be for.
Well, they'll just adjust. If it's like 5 seconds to load a game, 4 of those 5 seconds will be an ad.
Oh my gosh. Ads in games, as Mikupi said. Ads in games. And the Human Panda and Mikupi's reactions to you pretending like you were all for it were hilarious. Super funny.
Well, hey, to be fair, Ragnarok Online, back when it was still with Level Up Games, when you load through maps, there are actually ads for like Globe or like Smart. Yeah, they were pretty smart.
Game time.
Well, yeah, you pay for the premium time, so you still get the. So in a way, I mean, it's nothing. It's not that it's nothing new. It's more of, you're not surprised. It's not surprising.
It's new in this space, is why it's frustrating. Yeah,
it's new, but it's not surprising because people, you know, they always gonna figure out ways to squeeze more money out of your pockets.
Yes, and speaking of squeezing more money out of your pockets, ladies and gentlemen, that is EA representative herself.
Wow.
That is Carrie Hopkins, the EA Legal and Government Affairs VP, side by side with the Epic Games Director of Marketing Matthew Weisinger, because for a hot minute, guys, they were rubbing shoulder to shoulder, fighting side by side, and then for the rest of the time, they were like, EA does this, and Epic does this. So it was an interesting dynamic. It was a super interesting dynamic going on here. So for those of you unfamiliar, EA and Epic Games went to court. Yes, they went to court in front of the UK Parliament. Isn't that right, Mick?
Yes, they actually showed up. They actually had a hearing about the whole loot box controversy. Since, you know, I think we've discussed this a few episodes back that, you know, they have been doing the crackdown for loot boxes, seeing that it is actually a form of abusing of addiction, the gaming disorder to be specific, which is the new disorder that is caused by playing too much games. It's now in the ICD-11 by the World Health Organization. After we also discussed this, I remember now. Sorry, but yeah. So they basically tried to defend themselves by comparing loot boxes to a form of surprise mechanics.
They literally said the loot boxes are actually surprise mechanics, and they're ethical and fun. That is literally.
They should fire the copyright.
And you compare them to something like Kinder Eggs or Hatchimals or LOL Surprise. Well, the Kinder Eggs I understand because come on, there's Kinder Eggs here. So, it's I think.
So again,
anyway,
the representatives for EA Games and Epic showed up at the UK parliamentary panel.
The Luke Cage.
Well, they were defending themselves. The UK parliamentary panel to answer their charges on addictive game design. The Netherlands and Belgium have been at the forefront of cracking down on what you'd call loot boxes nowadays, microtransactions, and now they're facing charges for addictive game design, quote unquote. Mick, you brought up the point where they compared the representatives for EA compared surprise mechanics
to Kinder Eggs.
They're saying, loot boxes, that is what we look at as surprise mechanics, unquote. All right, this is what, that is the moment that everyone is talking about on the internet right now. Is the moment she said surprise mechanics.
Yeah, may I tee off a little bit on this?
Go for it. And
why I believe this is wrong. Okay, so if you're gonna compare Kinder Eggs to a game with loot boxes, let's try to compare them. Okay, so let's go with a Kinder Egg first. A Kinder Egg here in the Philippines is 60 pesos. For 60 pesos, you will get a random toy, but you will also get chocolate. $1.20. You will also get really, really good chocolate. I actually go for the chocolate. I give the toy to the kids. But here's the thing. Why would you compare loot boxes to that when loot boxes are the actual random thing? Like, think about it. Kinder Eggs, you get one that's guaranteed, and then the random surprise is actually just the bonus. So you're basically paying for the treat rather than the toy, not the other way around. You're not paying for the toy and then get a special treat.
Yeah.
That's how it works. Okay, so maybe surprise mechanic can go there because that's like an incentive for purchasing the actual chocolate, right?
What's the deal?
But then let's look on these games. I mean, let's who was the one who actually said this? Was it EA? Okay, so let's go Battlefront 2. A game that is worth $60, and then now the loot boxes go for about maybe ranging from $1 to $5, or maybe even $100 based on how many premium currency you can purchase. Now, how is that fair? How is that not a way of abusing addiction? Because it is, because people are, well, not really greedy, but rather they want one specific thing, so they're gonna buy it, and without them knowing what are the chances of you getting that specific item, they're just gonna keep doing it over and over again. Come on, we've talked about this multiple times in this game. I can't believe people are now comparing it to freaking chocolate. Come on. Stupid analogy, just stupid at all. 100% stupid. Your thoughts, boys?
You get to eat chocolate.
Exactly. You don't get to eat my new Darth Vader retro skin or something like that.
Like someone might argue with you on that and say, well, the random stuff that you get, you could still use it somehow. But the truth is, some of the stuff that you get is either it's a duplicate item, which or it's more XP, but sometimes the XP is worth it. It's a currency that you can earn by just playing the game. So it's still, you can't compare the two, no matter how they put it.
Oh my god!
It's really apples and oranges, and aside from the loot boxes and the microtransactions, it was mainly loot boxes. Actually, is what the focus was. Random loot boxes. The focus went to Fortnite and FIFA, and they actually brought up FIFA hilariously because FIFA ties into this whole loot box thing. You have this whole My Team thing that they have, the FIFA Ultimate Team.
Ultimate Team and the Ultimate Player. Oh
which, Diego, I don't know if you're familiar with this. You have trading cards that represent the players, and you use those players. You form your team by getting those random packs, those random trading card packs, and it's lucky if you get those players. And when you compare randomness and surprise mechanics, guys, to features like this, it's ridiculous because one, a lot of people nowadays, whether you agree with them or not, are fine with random loot boxes showing only cosmetic items. My stance is actually changing on that a little bit because of what Diego said. You know, sometimes when you have these loot boxes and they have a random chance to get something, you don't always get what you want. No matter how many loot boxes you get, there's a chance that you won't get what you want. And I would rather just directly pay this X amount to get the skin for this hero or this character instantly. I'd rather do that. And you know, that's what Square Enix has been alluding to with their Avengers game. You know, there will be no random loot boxes. So if I get to pay for that nice Spider-Man, armored Spider-Man skin off the bat without a chance of getting naked Captain America or Fat Thor, I'm okay. All right.
Fat Thor.
I actually love Fat Thor more than Iron Spider-Man. I don't know what I'm talking about, but you get what I'm saying. Is I would rather go direct. I would rather pay X amount, maybe a little more, just to make sure that I get it for sure, than have a random chance of getting these little things. But in FIFA, in Ultimate Team, you pay for a chance to get 1 out of 100 players. There are tiers, sure. You know, Lionel Messi will only be at the upper echelon of these card packs that cost a little more. And that third division player that you've never heard of is in the cheaper packs that you could probably afford.
Bronze.
Yeah, right?
Bronze packs.
So there are tiers to that, but at the same time, the pool is still enormous. The pool is still enormous. And it's ridiculous because when you look at it, it's sort of pay to win. You could be the most skilled FIFA player ever, but you can't discount the fact that it'll be 10 times harder to play against the guy who has the money to buy a whole team of superstars versus your play to win.
Like underdog free to play team.
Like you're spending the hours to get all these players in your team, but it still won't match up. And that's kind of where the discrepancy is, because EA makes $1 billion a year on FIFA and Madden alone, on their microtransactions, on their loot boxes. And that is where the issue comes from, because it's addictive to win, one thing. And it's addictive to win with style. You could win with a bunch of trash players, sure. Be the Mighty Ducks. That's a bad example. The Mighty Ducks are skilled. It's one thing to win with players you don't know because you get a sense of accomplishment and all that. But it's another thing to win with superstars, recognizable names like Cristiano Ronaldo. Probably your favorite players, because that's a whole nother thing. And you play this game to play your favorite characters, play your favorite players, right? So it's insane that it's pretty much pay to win. It's dumb. And you know, I was touching on a point where I find it appalling that this is the way, and it's really predatory, because EA and the representative had the gall to say that, you know, it's just like any other thing where you can trade, you can sell these cards and eventually get what you want, but that's not what I want. I want these players in my roster so I can kick butt immediately. I don't want the chance, the 1 in 1 billion chance of getting Cristiano Ronaldo.
Wow.
It's
you cut off a bit, so we didn't.
Yeah, it's super dumb because and they even went as far as saying, the representative of EA went as far as saying, you know, the World Health Organization kind of just went by the book with their definition of addictive. When someone attacks your definition of a word, they either don't know what it means, use it too much, or they have something to hide.
Yeah.
They're protecting the cash flow.
That's exactly it, right? Because everything the EA and Epic representatives do is skirting around the problem. If you read, or if you actually listen to the whole thing that we were actually showing on screen, if you watch this whole thing, it's just them over and over again making separate points that seem remote, that seem kind of attached to the topic at hand, but it's just them going around the issue, and it's annoying because when you look at each individual point, you're like, oh, that kind of makes sense, I guess, but they're just going around it. They're not actually answering the points, and that's what's frustrating to me, because we're not dumb. We're not exactly dumb. We're sort of dumb.
We're slightly
dumb. And they're talking to these senators and these people at Parliament who probably don't play video games themselves. A lot of them know that it's just BS. A lot of them know that what EA and Epic are saying are just stall tactics, and they're just trying to get around things because it makes so much money for them.
Yeah. To actually, since you brought up the whole addiction thing, I want to give I want to quote Matthew Wasinger, what he's about what he said about Fortnite, because basically the whole premise of the whole storyline of the whole hearing, they went towards addiction, and they were citing the source that the World Health Organization added gaming disorder in the ICD. So he basically said, we don't think our game is addictive. I think the use of the term addiction unfortunately masks the passion that our players have and the joy they get from our game. Personally, I think it is a mischaracterization of a term like addiction. And he goes on by trying to defend that just because you play 10 hours a game, 10 hours of maybe Fortnite in a day, you're automatically an addict. What if this person actually wants to pursue a career in probably streaming or probably esports? Okay, fine. Maybe he does have a point. But here's the thing. If you have something that by any means necessary be a form of abuse of that 10-hour gap, like you're making him spend more while he's playing more, then there's the problem. You get what I mean? Look at Apex Legends. I mean, Apex Legends, people would drop $500 easy on the loot boxes there, but there's no duplicates. You're guaranteed an item that's part of the whole list of items that you've never had before, and there's even a secret set of rares of legendaries that you could get there, which are called the heirloom, an heirloom box. In other words, so they get a pass because it's a free-to-play game and it's a game that guarantees no duplicates. But if you have a game like us, you have a AAA title that costs $60, and you also have that mechanic. Oh my god. Yeah, your FIFA is probably one of the biggest sports games in the world. Okay, not just in the EU, but also in North America, even in Asia. We even have tournaments for FIFA, like big tournaments. Okay, and then you're gonna throw this. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god. It's so hard to try to defend them, even if Matthew Wasinger made a good point about the mischaracterization of the term
that's
addiction.
exactly what I just said, Mick. They're pointing at the dictionary when they're deflecting. They are deflecting. There's no point in pointing out that the definition that the World Health Organization was using was not in line. I literally just went over that. They're just going around the points, and it's frustrating because it makes no sense. They try to make sense, and they try and put your attention somewhere else. They're doing the magic trick.
They don't want to release that's the sad part. They don't want to release the actual statistics. And that's basically one of the guidelines. You just have to show what the statistics are for them to get a specific item. And I think is that too much to ask? I mean, because now people can be smart enough on Reddit. Like, I'm pretty sure people on Reddit have already been doing this without even them releasing any of the statistics. They will break it down themselves, and they will even make equations on how much you should spend to get actually a pretty decent team, blah, 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 all that stuff. I mean, it's already been done before in the past. For as long as there's been Reddit or the internet in general, there have been people who have been doing this already. Right? Oh, man.
DZ, your thoughts, man.
Honestly, why the hell? I'm just gonna end with this because I'm just gonna end with this.
Go.
It's just puzzles me as to like, I get the correlation with this whole loot box issue and addiction, but yeah, it just, how did gaming addiction fall into the whole picture? It's not more of gaming addiction; it's about the whole like gambling aspect of the loot boxes.
Yeah.
So yeah, deflecting, all that stuff.
Yeah.
It's exhausting. I'm just so sick of it.
It really is. And Ram in the chat, like he feels pretty much the same way we do. Ram is saying he's pretty jaded at this point, and that's kind of how we felt over the past few months. The more the past few years, the more EA has shown their hand, the more disgusting it looks. Yeah, the more. No, they're not fooling us. They're not fooling, hopefully, anyone at this point. So, oh man, it's just shocking how they keep insisting, because at some point you think they'd back off, but they still won't. They still won't.
This will be a long issue. It'll go on for many, many years before this actually fully gets resolved.
Yes.
That's all I gotta say.
No, that's for sure. That's for sure.
Yeah.
All right, let's go lighthearted, guys. Let's we've tackled the Sir stuff. We've tackled the evil side of the gaming universe, and we put Human Panda to sleep. So we might as well get to a little happier times. Let's bring it back to the Blizz Corner. Why don't we? Here we go, guys.
I'm ready to start a blizzard.
Oh, let's break it down!
Epic!
Yes, it's time for the Blizz Corner, and we've got the European side of things to look at right now, because supposedly, Diego, rumors have come abound, whether it be on Reddit, 4chan, or RespawnFirst.com. Rumors are abound on the internet that the French employees of Blizzard have been privy to some looks, a couple of sights and sounds of Diablo 4. The long-awaited and rumored Diablo 4.
Wow.
These are just rumors, correct?
Yeah.
Nothing.
These are just
official.
rumors. Like hearsay, technically. Ooh.
Well,
I don't know how to...
Yeah.
An alternative way of saying 1% confirmed.
1%.
Guys, I'm 1% sure about
Well,
this.
Okay, here. You know how rumors... when you hear a rumor about a new movie or when this thing comes out, majority of the time you want the rumor to be true, because usually rumors will yield good results. Oh, the new God of War sequel's coming. Oh, the next Avengers movie, yada yada yada.
Oh, man.
Like rumors, right?
Yeah.
Leaks are good.
Yeah.
They essentially
Yeah.
yield good results. But because we know about where this rumor is coming from and what could become of it, if that is true, that they're already, based on what's been happening with Blizzard lately and Blizzard Activision Blizzard, whatever. I don't know. If it's already been, if it's being shown, or I don't know, is it nearing release? It hasn't said anything about nearing release, has it?
No. The rumor is that it should be out by around 2020, and that it probably will be announced at BlizzCon this year.
Okay, here, that's the thing. Mm-hmm. That, for me, you know how Blizzard always makes good games because they don't rush. They make a great game no matter how long it takes. That's why I think it's still a bit. If it actually is coming out next year, it seems a bit too early.
Really?
It seems like for me, yeah.
We got Reaper of Souls March 2014, so it's been around 5. Well, they didn't stop development at Reaper of Souls, but you get what I mean. Like, we've had time.
They've had time. They did.
Yeah. Okay. That good point. Good point. But I don't know. It's more of just a feeling in the back of my head that the next year is not a good time.
Okay.
It's just a feeling in my head. I think they just maybe need another year. That's what I'm trying to say. Maybe they need another year.
I feel like they're gonna announce it and they're gonna release it like 2 or 3 years after. I feel like they always do this. Like,
The Blizzard
"Yeah,
style.
we're giving you a preview of our new game, but we don't have a release date yet. But
Okay,
pre-orders
right.
are out. So you guys can pre-order that without knowing anything about the game aside from the title
Well,
and what to expect."
well, here's the thing. Okay, Diablo. The gap between Diablo 2 and Diablo 3 was 12 years.
Yeah.
So
But they
true,
weren't under
true.
Activision yet then.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
weren't.
Yeah,
Also,
so
like Ram said, this might be an Activision thing to release early because
oh man,
we've seen that with their other games now. We've seen that with World of Warcraft where there actually is a steady release of content, whether it be finished or not.
finished or not finished, for as long as they can keep the game relevant enough for people to resub or purchase the expansion. I think that is, it's normal. I mean, just to defend Blizzard, though, I mean, it took 12 years, but then again, on the 10th year anniversary of Diablo 2, they were like, okay, fine, let's make a Diablo 3. So they only had like 2 years to develop the whole thing.
I'm sure it's been in the back burner, but yeah, you could be right.
Yeah.
But yeah, like,
Because Blizzard's known for that. Blizzard is known for like holding back. Like, ooh, you like this title? Oh, maybe we can think about the sequel 6 years from now, or maybe 8 years from now. Oh, well, well, think about it. Actually, now's the right time to actually announce something new for Diablo after that horrible Diablo Eternal announcement. Immortal. Sorry, Diablo Immortal announcement. I'm pretty sure they really need to, announce that. Oh, guys, we finally listened to you. Here's Diablo 4, and then it's just a snippet of Diablo 3, but in 4K. And then there's no details with the game. Oh man.
yeah, like they need more time. That's for me. They just need more time in this. I think it's if they release this next year, death sentence, because they also have that mobile game coming out. Focus on one, because either way, I'm excited for both. Just take your time.
I think Eternal will come out this year. I don't know. Immortal, sorry. The mobile game is coming out this year. Yeah.
Do you not have phones? The game.
Do you not have phones?
Yeah. How about you, Harold? What's your thoughts?
For the Diablo 4 front, I'm glad that the conversation's actually reaching the public's ears. Whether it be true or not, it's what people have been wanting. Whether they wanted it or not, it's the right time to get these rumors going. Whether the public wanted it or not.
So.
Because if they announced it last year, that would have been way too soon, in my opinion. When you tease a game like they did with Diablo 3 and wait X amount... How many years, Mick, did you say it took before Diablo 3 was announced at BlizzCon until it was released?
10 years, and then they announced it, and then it took 2 years of production before it was
So 2
released.
years. 2
Yeah.
years. That's a long time, man. You can't tease
That is a
people
long
for 2
time.
years. You can't tease people 1 year. They gave us the trailer for How to Train Your Dragon 3 last year, like a year ahead. And I was like, what? I have to wait a full year for this? That's stupid.
And it killed the hype.
Yeah, they barely get away with it with World of Warcraft because that's kind of been the pattern. The current expansion sort of dies off when they announce the next one because everyone gets hyped for the next one. The only exception for that was the one that came before the current expansion, Legion. Legion was most people's favorite expansion, and they didn't want it to end. Yeah, they didn't want it to end. So that's kind of the only exception. But when you announce something 2 years in advance, and especially with the way Diablo 3 launched, with a whole what was the error?
Error 37, is that right?
Yeah, right. That happened, and then the real money auction house happened. Like, come on,
Oh, man.
I wouldn't mind waiting, and
Yeah.
that's kind of what everyone's been on Blizzard about recently. Their slow turnaround, their lack of agility with their development team. Everyone's capitalizing on this whole auto chess thing, And people want Blizzard auto chess because they want the characters of Blizzard. I've heard countless podcasters talk about this because they want the Blizzard heroes, the Blizzard property and IP and characters in an auto chess format, because auto chess is a fun format, but some people don't get attached to the Dota characters. Or some people are taken aback because, okay, that guy's Malfurion for sure. And that's a Naga, you know, and that's Jaina Proudmoore right there. Like that happens.
Yeah.
And we talked about that last week, man.
We did. Like Heroes of the Storm in auto chess form would be probably the best auto chess among all of them. Say bold statement, but I'll stand by it.
So people are kind of frustrated with how long it's taken Blizzard, but you know, I also don't want I want properties fast from Blizzard, but I also don't want them too fast, because then they lack the polish that we've come. They'll lack the thing we love Blizzard games for. You know what I'm saying? Everyone's faulting Blizzard for what happened to HOTS, but HOTS was an amazing product when it came out. It was just a little late. It's not because it was a bad game; it's because it was late. Sometimes you have to be early to the market, and their one greatest failure is not having Dota on their side. And they're kind of feeling the punishment right now, because Dota's probably the biggest esport right now.
True.
Yeah. So
Imagine if they skipped the trend of HOTS.
They
if
should.
they did it in the MOBA thing. Imagine if they skipped that entirely, and instead of like failing with that at the tail, because it came into the tail end of that MOBA phase, right? Imagine if they had skipped that and used the resources or that time for something else, like maybe making Overwatch better, or starting Diablo 4, or
hindsight is 2020, because when Overwatch launched, it was a dream. Let's not pretend like we didn't spend days on that game on end.
Scratch that.
I spent months on that game.
I retract that statement. There.
Spent months.
Maybe just skip HOTS, skip that, and just go and imagine if they did. Maybe it would have been for the better, but as you said, Harold, I agree. It was a great game. It just came at the tail end.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, right? And I think it was also kind of a love letter by Blizzard to their own games, because what properties did they get the characters from? Their own games, right? It wasn't just Warcraft. They pulled in characters from Diablo. It was at one point known as Blizzard All-Stars, because they had an all-star lineup of their own heroes, and that's kind of what appealed to everyone.
Yeah, they have so many characters that they should just make a Smash Brothers version of Blizzard characters, and then
that would be fun. That would be fun. They should just destroy that market right there. Just like PS All-Stars, PlayStation All-Stars.
You can't be too late. You can't be too late to the fighting game scene. That's
fighting game genre.
The side scroll fighting games are just fun.
You can't be too late to that. Yeah,
why not?
You can't be too late for that.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
So,
that's a good point, man. That's a really good point.
That's a genre that'll never. That's not a phase. It's a genre. It's a true game genre. Fighting games. Why not?
Though I
That's
do.
Good point, man.
Yeah. I do want to say though that there's one thing that you could commend Blizzard for. It's how they somewhat try to revive. It's their inventive ways of revitalizing their current titles, like how they introduced seasons for Diablo 3, Reaper of Souls, so that introducing new legendaries, new set items to keep the game fresh every season. And then you could say with what they're trying to do now with Hearthstone, which is constantly updating for like giving people free cards or like nerfing, buffing cards, even to the point where they're adding new classic cards and then they're actually taking out old ones that are broken. But then again, it's kind of hard to commend them for that, because in a way, look at Overwatch. I'm sorry to say this, but look at Overwatch right now. It's in a really, really bad state. I mean, not really, really bad, but really bad.
It's stagnant.
It's very stagnant. It's very, very old already. So, like, now they're just doing what other people do, which is create a sequel, based on this rumor, to just try to revitalize the whole Overwatch scene. Then,
Before we roll over to that,
before we get to that,
yeah. someone in a different podcast, The Instance. It's a Blizzard podcast from the Frog Pants Network. Terpster, who's also on Yogcast. Actually, he runs Yogscast now. He talked about the recent StarCraft game cancellation. Did you guys hear about this?
Oh no, I haven't.
The new one, yeah. There was supposed to be like a. Sorry, continue.
Yeah. There was supposed to be like a StarCraft property that got canceled. The whole team got scrapped, and some people actually came from the Overwatch team. So people were thinking it might have been a revival of StarCraft Ghost, or something like that.
Oh yeah.
And it got scrapped before ever seeing the light of day. And I saw some people on Twitter talking about it. How my team is gone. I thought I had he came from the Overwatch team. He thought he could go back, but no, he just got the whole team got downsized. And Terpster talked about on The Instance where Blizzard has this classic team where they're reviving Warcraft as Warcraft 3 Reforged. They're reviving WoW Classic. They have a classics team. Can't they have like an indie or beta testing team? You can put out the games even before they're fully polished and make it like Blizzard Speed, or make it a sub branch of Blizzard. Make it like the indie game division of Blizzard. And have it be agile. Have it catch all these trends like auto chess, all the big stuff. And if it doesn't work out, okay, that's our other branch. That's Blizzard West or Blizzard North, I guess, for the Diablo fans. And if it fails, it's okay because we still have the main team working on this. What do you guys think about that? Right, I know it's easier said than done, but it's actually kind of a fun idea to think about.
Yeah, that would be good.
Yeah.
I mean, some of the best games were spawned from freaking mods, right? So the idea and concept is great, but as you said, Harold, it'll easier said than done. It'll then boil down to the resources. I mean, if I was an employee working on the main game, I'm not saying it's a bad idea. Just saying these are the problems that come with it. Mm-hmm. I'm an employee working on the main games where you have this indie team who are still getting paid probably the same amount as me, but they get to be as creative as they want.
Oh man, that's some office shade.
That's a
right
dream.
there.
Yeah, that's the thing. It becomes yeah. That's why it's easier said. It ends up becoming office politics. Resources come into play, and I think the whole reason why I'm not just don't quote me this. I'm just checking. It wasn't the whole reason why that Blizzard merged with Activision because they did a merger was for financial gain on both ends.
Yeah.
It was on both ends, yeah. No one.
Both ends.
From what I know, Blizzard was also in a good position, but I'm not too clear anymore. I used to know why the merger happened, but now I'm not so clear anymore. But I should look that up again.
Well, yeah. I mean, it boils down to the whole money thing. So, yes, it's a good idea, but there's just so many issues that come up and go with that idea.
Yeah, that's true. Man, someone imagine that team starting with here's our little, ragtag group. We came up with kind of like a StarCraft MMO. We don't know what we're doing. you guys should check it out. It might be fun. Who knows? And then it launches the StarCraft universe MMO. Man.
By the way, Miko P in the chat said, referring to the games that we were mentioning a while ago. Then they'll have an esport league about it, and then cancel it in a couple of years. That's for the HOTS auto chess thing.
Yeah.
And then he also said that that idea will get shot down at the boardroom meeting if they can't present good financial numbers for it. Which is
the beta team or the indie
beta team
yeah,
or the indie dev team. And just a random dude on chat said, at this point, indie devs develop better games than the big companies, which is true because I think a lot of big companies suffer from sticking to a formula that has been working for many decades, which is just go with your existing title and make it a little better, rather than introducing something relatively new, game breaking, that'll probably change the way or create a new genre for players to play.
Yeah.
Dare we mention how good in a good position that No Man's Sky is in right now?
Oh.
They're surprisingly in a good spot.
Speaking
back from the dead.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Do you guys have the game? I have the game. It's
No, I
fun.
don't.
It's actually fun.
But yeah, right, Mick.
It's actually
People
fun.
say
It's actually fun. It's
But-
fun. All I do is collect. All I do now is collect starships. I stay in the space station and then just collect starships.
You
Oh,
know,
they're
buy
meant to
'em.
fly.
like you're never gonna erase the fact that they screwed up
Also be
big time on
part.
launch. Like they lied, they blatantly lied, they gave misinformation. But reality is, they're doing better, just like Ubisoft.
They're doing better.
Remember the first 30 episodes of GameByte was us saying how dumb, how all these bad moves Ubisoft
That's
was making. Look at them now.
Look at them now because they actually stuck by what they said and they delivered.
Yeah.
Every time they announced something, they actually delivered and they actually
Mm-hmm.
tried to. They've taken this long to correct mistakes of the past. Yeah.
I think it all started for me with Ubisoft when they started giving away free games every month. I was like, all right, these guys are onto something. They're not, they're not such bad guys after all. Assassin's Creed for free. Okay, cool.
Hey man, I just gotta since we're on the topic of No Man's Sky, this is actually an article I read about it. I know it's Blizz Corner. I'm sorry,
Mhm.
but
No.
I just want to say, the people in their forums purchased a billboard outside their office
Yeah, I heard about that.
that said thank you. What's the name of the game? What's the name
Hello
of the
Games.
developer
Hello
again?
Games.
Thank you, Hello Games, and then bought them pizza and drinks for the whole dev team. That's how
That was
much
totally
they loved it.
crowdfunded. That was totally crowdfunded.
Yeah, that's totally. They all paid for it. So, man,
Man.
heartwarming.
Yeah, that was good.
Thing to see.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Speaking of, I know it's the Blizz Corner. Speaking
Yeah.
of crowdfunded, we're still waiting for Star Citizen.
It's gonna be a while.
man.
It's gonna be a while.
Dude,
But-
a lot of people have been losing faith in that. At first, it was great because people are acceptive of the fact that it was taking long, but
Mhm.
now it's too long to the point where if we can you kind of can just release it now. We get that you guys earned more than you should have, but just give us the game we initially paid for in the first place.
Oh,
Yeah.
You mean the game Mark Hamill was sort of in?
Yeah,
Oh, did you? I thought we talked about that. Mark
I think I forgot.
Hamill, Star Citizen. It's a really
Yeah.
nice video too. Like, holy crap! Wait, he did the whole like
Yeah.
motion caption thing as well.
Oh, yeah?
Wow.
Yeah,
Nice.
Squadron
Yeah.
42.
Oh man.
It's like a spin-off. It's a space combat spin-off for Star Citizen. It's a spin-off, man. It's like a total.
Yeah.
It's not even the main game. Is the sad part.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here. And he looks amazing in it. Look at this. Look at this
Oh,
guy.
look at that. Wow.
This is the Luke Skywalker we deserve, ladies and gentlemen.
In the game? Yeah. Not that playable character in Battlefront.
Oh my god, let's not talk about that. All right, but back to Blizzard real quick. Yeah, so we were dancing around the whole Overwatch 2 thing, which from what I've also sort of read and heard rumors about, could be just like a PvE add-on to the current game of Overwatch. So it could be like a whole big expansion or DLC, which I actually want. With DZ, I've talked about this on the show before. I think PvE would actually revive Overwatch because the one thing people want from Overwatch is lore, and we've
lore.
got zero.
Yeah.
We've gotten zero
Yeah.
lore. We've gotten a book, an ebook about Baptiste recently that I definitely won't read because it's 37 pages. All right, and I kind of want to read 37. Nah, it's less than that, I think, but it's a lot of pages about one hero. I want visuals, man. I want the story to be told in game, and I think PvE would definitely change things up for me.
It
Yeah.
would. Yes, it really would.
I'd rather it be an add-on rather than a whole new game because it seems like if they release a new game, Overwatch 2, and they just make it PvP, man, it's like saying we failed.
Yeah.
To me, it seems
definitely.
like we failed. That's if they do that. I mean,
Where do all our cosmetics go, right? If they make a different game.
yeah,
That's true. Those loot boxes.
those loot boxes.
Yeah.
Unless
But-
they can do a like what they did with Warcraft. First it was an RTS and they made it a freaking MMO. Unless they could do
True.
something like that. I mean, not make an MMO, but just use the same IP, but just change the genre. But that's a far cry from what from what's happening now with them. And I doubt they're
Yeah.
gonna be able to do that.
Okay. Just to like somewhat summarize what Overwatch is going through. Honestly, PvE would be great. Like not just an event, like a PvP. The whole PvP
like a campaign.
PvP game mode would be a campaign where it's basically that comes from the moment that Winston presses the Overwatch assemble
Recall.
thing.
Yeah.
The recall protocol. That would be nice. Now, when it comes down to the game, I really don't think that they should, not really change anything. Maybe they should just introduce new mechanics. But the game itself is actually still pretty good. It's still enjoyable, especially to like a core group of people.
Yeah.
They still enjoy the FPS play because it's really different from other FPS games. So,
the gameplay is solid. It's still solid.
It's solid. That's why I don't really see the need for a new brand new spanking game if you're just gonna bring in the same FPS mechanics from a game that's still pretty good now, right?
Yeah, I see what you mean. I understand what you mean.
Yeah, I'd gladly pay for the DLC. I'd gladly pay $60 for. Don't quote me on that. $40 for the for the DLC because it's a DLC. No,
I just hope the
not
DLC
60.
is. I hope the DLC is like worth a DLC. I mean, sorry, worth an expansion because like
worth an expansion. Yes, exactly.
Expansions and DLCs get like you get it. Like, this is a misconception because remember when because DLCs for me do not equate to an expansion. Expansion is something like what they do for World of Warcraft, what they did for Lord of Destruction, but back in Diablo 2, Brood War. Those are expansions.
Reaper of Souls. Don't forget about Reaper of Souls.
Yeah, Reaper of Souls.
The expansion that saved Diablo 3.
Yeah, DLC is like, well, it's
DLC is like
it's an umbrella of anything that's downloadable. In other words, so
yeah. No, but I'm down. Wow. I'm down for it. DZ, I would pay $60 to spend a couple of weekends going through the campaign with you guys.
That would be fun,
right? Like I would love this. Really I would love going through the story of this because that's. I don't know about everyone else, but that's kind of part of what I was expecting when Overwatch launched. Is I thought I'd get more story. And if they finally give it to us, then yes, that's they've given me a great game that I've played as a sport style. I play pickup with these random people, like I do with soccer, and I have fun. And there's an objective every time. But if I wanted to get story and I have to pay a little extra more to support the development of that, yes, because this is a world I want to explore. The world of Overwatch has teased us. They've given us such a huge cake tease, and I'm gonna say cake. They've given us such a huge cake tease for what the world around it, what the world around the whole esport is, and it's about time.
It's about time.
It's about time.
About time.
Right? Like, who doesn't want to see the resolution and finally the coming together of Genji and Hanzo? Right?
Genji and Hanzo.
Who doesn't want to see what happens when Reaper sees Soldier 76 and Ana again, and they find out the real identities of each other? Like, right? Like, these are all scenarios we've wanted answered for years, literally 2.5 years now.
Yeah. 2.5 years.
Yeah, DZ, man. DZ knows what I'm talking about. Like, all these story points have gone nowhere in 2 years. Freaking George R.R. Martin writes story better than this.
Oh, come on. That's savage.
Hey, man. Come on. Don't be like that. He has like 2 books before he finishes the whole game.
That's hurtful. That's them's fat and
he hasn't even finished the 5th one. So that was one more book to go.
That's it. But I mean, I get that. That's a good burn, though.
Really good burn, though.
Right?
Really good burn.
For real, though. Like, I really thought we'd finally get that Winds of Winter book before we got the Overwatch story. Like, come on, man. Come on.
Yeah.
But yes.
Well, he is a busy man. He is a producer now. He's an executive producer for a lot of shows.
He's making games, too.
Money!
So.
He's also making games. Yeah.
Good stuff. Yeah. So, to recap everything for today's show, we're gonna wrap things up now, guys. Any final words on the Blizzard side, Diego and Mick?
Diego, you
Blizzard
first.
Side. Wait, that's not fair. Mick, you go first.
Okay, fine. I'll go first. Well, Diablo 4, I really do hope that they get it right. They already know the formula. Like Diablo 3 Reaper of Souls is a good formula for a good game. They just have to twist that a little bit more, and it'll become the game that people remember, which is Diablo 2. Probably the best Diablo. Okay, now for Overwatch 2, if it's an expansion, again, I will buy it not because they are my overlords, but because I enjoyed the game for a handful of months, probably even half a year. I really do like the story. I do enjoy the story. So hopefully it does materialize, and hopefully this BlizzCon will be amazing.
Yes.
What about you, Diego?
Oh man. There's no good news today, is there?
Yeah, so sorry everyone. We put Human Panda to sleep early because of the whole EA thing.
We thought it was a lighthearted topic before we discussed it.
And then we felt disgusting talking about it.
Yeah, we felt disgusting because apparently, it's not good.
Yeah, like final thoughts on Blizzard, I guess.
Oh, whoops.
I guess at this point, the only light of hope we have is Warcraft 3 Reforged. That's probably it.
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
It's gonna be good.
Because we know it was good 15 years ago.
So we know it's gonna be good. Well, unless they decide to put ads in a loading screen.
The Overwatch League coming to you in Atlanta, the Overwatch Homestead. Seed the Fran. Now, back to you, Warcraft 3 Reforged.
Jesus Christ.
Before you start your match, a word from our sponsors. This game is brought to you by Jinx.com. Use the promo code. Oh man.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. Blizzard side. I'm gonna call it, guys. I'm gonna call it.
Mm-hmm.
This is gonna be one of the biggest BlizzCons ever. We're gonna get the tried and tested Warcraft expansion announcement this year. We're gonna get the reveal of the Overwatch PvE thing. Then they're gonna say available now, and everyone's gonna lose their mind because they're gonna go on their launcher and it's gonna be there ready for download, and everyone's gonna be, oh my god, I just have to pay $60 and then I'll download it. That's gonna be it. Everyone's gonna lose their mind. I'm calling it now. And then Diablo 4, they're gonna tease it. They're not gonna give a date. They're gonna tease it. Mm-hmm. It's gonna be a big expansion, and they're gonna announce one new property. I feel it in my bones, guys. Yeah. Feel it in my bones. At least one new IP. Probably two if we're lucky. It's gonna be one of the biggest BlizzCons because after last year, they feel the pressure. I know it. And then if not, GameByte episode. What'll it be? 4 months.
Probably 130. 118, 120, somewhere there.
Yeah, it'll be around 120. If not, GameByte 120 is gonna be one sad episode. All right,
can we do a live stream of us reacting to it?
Hey, we were supposed to do that last year, but no one showed up to Discord. I was alone, so.
Oh,
sorry.
My bad.
No, it's alright.
I'll clear up my schedule. I swear, I'll clear up my schedule for November.
I've heard that before.
Swear.
I've heard that before. All right, don't give me hope. Don't do that. Don't give me hope. I feel like Hawkeye at Endgame. All right, let's end the show. Let's end the show, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. We had so many amazing people in the chat. Just a random dude filling up our chat, just like Human Panda 22, just like Miko P, who is always in our hearts all the time. BMO as well, lighting it up, saying Dracarys to just the random dude's theories about Game of Thrones. We had Shillfox in the chat earlier as well. Did we miss anyone? We had a good turnout tonight. You guys are all awesome, and we thank you so much for tuning in. Guys, one thing I do want to say about today's episode. Sorely furious at how we reacted at the whole EA thing. Guys, that's how passionate we are about games. Is we don't want none of that in our games. We don't want none of those practices in our games. All right, we want it clean. Keep it clean, people. Keep it clean.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I think we pretty much covered everything. DZ, Mick, final thoughts on today's show as a whole. We recapped BlizzCon, BlizzCon already. What about the whole show?
I heard a cheer.
Oh, a Nerf Diva lurking in the side saying 38th this episode was brought to you by Gold! Nerf Diva in it with a humor. #1 bit cheer for a reason. Getting that much closer to making Mick sing. Oh my word. We might hit 5,000 bits from Nerf Diva, and Mick's gonna have to do Mick Toss live on GameByte 100.
Well, just want to let you know, GameByte 100's on Saturday.
Yeah!
Let's see.
All right.
Let's see if it'll happen.
Let's do it. I'm gonna make a fake account named Nerf Diva with 3 Ds, and then I'll cheer 100 bits.
Nerf the Diva.
The Diva. All right, guys. Final thoughts.
Diego, why don't you go first this time?
I thought I said my final thoughts on the whole thing. Well, wait. Final thoughts on Blizzard or final thoughts on
everything else?
everything.
Not
Okay,
Blizzard.
everything.
Not Blizzard.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's always a light at the end of the tunnel. It's always darkest before the dawn, and it gets really hot right after it rains, and vice versa. Our country works both ways. It rains when it's really hot. So yeah, there's hope.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
Oh,
That's good. That's good, man.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah,
You should be a songwriter, a lyricist.
dude. Poetry.
A lyricist. Oh man.
Lyricist. It's always darkest before the dawn. All right, Mick. Final thoughts, man.
First off, again, it's not that I don't like EA. It's not that I don't like Epic Games. But I only want what's right for everybody, especially the gaming community. Which is, if you pay, you get your money's worth for what you get your money's worth for every game that you purchase. That's why I'm a little passionate about it, and I'm sorry if I have offended the EA fanboys in chat, if there are any. I'm not saying you guys are, just saying if I do, or like listeners. Yeah, but yeah, final thoughts. Shame on them. Shame on them for trying to defend their bad business practices. But yeah, what can you do? If they can do it, they can do it. So yeah, at least now we're seeing that people now see that it's not acceptable. Like people outside of the gaming community can now see that it's not acceptable, and they're doing something about it. And to quote Diego, there's a light at the end of the tunnel, and there's still hope. So yeah, that's all I gotta say. Harold, final thoughts on the whole show and what me and Diego said.
Yeah, I'm really sorry to everyone for the fact that we talked about EA again. I know you guys don't like that. And
I know.
I know you guys don't like EA, so we're gonna stop. This is the last time you'll ever hear about EA. No. We'll probably talk about Jedi Fallen Order real soon.
Oh yeah,
It looks okay. That's the guy
It
from Gotham, as the Joker kid there. So he's grown up now. So, Saw Gerrera still can't pick an accent, so it's looking good. Aside from that, yeah. Just when you think RPGs and single-player games will brighten up your year, EA comes in here, coming in hot, and NBA 2K and 2K games coming in hot with some ads. Yeah, so yeah, everything's got to be balanced, as all things should be, right, Thanos? Yeah, and to quote, who should I quote? To quote Obi-Wan, there is another. So yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be a good year. It's gonna be a good year for Blizzard.
There is balance, just as it should be.
Oh my God.
Hey, it's a little bit leaning to the left. Wait, let me fix that. Oh, okay. There, now.
I love how the chat is offended that you assumed someone
Yeah.
there was an EA fanboy. Mick, you pissed off our chat.
Again, I'm not saying people in the chat are, but if there are some, then I'm sorry. And also
Mick's
to
like-
the listeners of this, I am sorry.
Mick's like, I'm sorry if there are some Notorious KGM, Miko P, just a random dude. All right, if there is some.
Human
Oh
Panda
my
22 and everybody else who was
my God.
watching.
Oh my word. All right. Thank you to everyone who cheered us on with some bits like Nerf Diva. That's right, 38 bits, rounding it up to 4290s. Just that much closer to getting Mick to sing. Nope plays, Neo Gear, Elder Jin, If Not Now, Gwen, Mershi, Gameoko, Insadizi, Miko P, Tita Gamings. You guys are all awesome. And everyone who's cheered us on with at least one bit, you are forever in our hearts. Just like the subscribers who've subscribed to us at least once, all right, whether we mention your name or not. They can't all be Human Panda 22s. Diego subscribing for a total of 32 subscriptions, 20 gifted, 12 in total for himself only. Francisco, who he kicked off with a gifted sub and has continued subscribing to us. All right, Bimo King of Ooh, Miko P, Sensei Humor, Neo Gear, Insta DZ, Monster Plays, Ion Hammerstream, and Notorious KGM. We got Ion Hammerstream himself gracing us with his presence in the chat. We missed your wit tonight, buddy, but just a random dude is giving you a run for your money. So you might wanna check yourself before you riggedy wreck yourself. Drakbled back on the stream. Well, hello there again. Sadly, we're ending the show, but you can stay tuned for the after show because we have one of those. Iron Hammer Stream saying, I just woke up. Well, you woke up just in time. It's an awful show. The after show's where it's at. All right. And if you guys want to check out the after show, don't forget to watch us live on Twitch weekly here on twitch.tv/quitstalling. We go live Wednesday nights, 9:30 p.m. Manila, 6:30 a.m. Pacific. Of course, that's 9:30 a.m. Eastern time for all you New Yorkers out there. I'm walking here. And of course, we upload our videos on YouTube every week as well, youtube.com/quitstalling. You can find all the updates on when we go live on Twitter and Facebook at QuitStallingUs. And of course, check out all the behind the scenes stuff we post, especially this weekend on Instagram at QuitStalling. Me and DZ gonna post some stuff. It's gonna get wacky. It's gonna get crazy. We don't care about our Instagram layout. It doesn't matter because it's just full of fun content. That's how we do it. Mick, the Fury Bot. We want to remind everyone to hit that follow button. Thank you to Drakbled, Tizgadam, 3R3C710, Cyclist, who won a prize last week as well, just like Mark Lester B. Beast Mode, Mikey Boy, T-Time29, Kundak, Willie Zach, Vegetation Witch, and Enzoe. Mick, where can everyone at home find you when you're not on GameByte?
When I'm not on GameByte, you could find me on Twitter at the FuryBot. You can find me on Instagram at the FuryBot, and of course, you can find me on the Discord, on our Discord channel, the Quit Stalling Discord channel. Just give us a tag there, and we'll probably answer some of the questions you have, or just strike a conversation about Underlords, Hearthstone, or anything else that we're probably playing now. And aside from that, you can always find me here every Wednesday night. Yeah. What about you, Diego? Where can the folks at home find you?
You guys can find me at twitch.tv/instadz. That goes for Twitter and Instagram, INSTADEECEE. I know I haven't been streaming in like a month. Probably won't be streaming for another month because work's been busy. So I don't know. I really don't know. I feel so bad that I haven't been streaming. So I'll try next week.
Don't worry, man. You'll get the keys to the kingdom, and that'll be your ghost signal to stream.
But you first, how about you? How can the fine folks don't find you?
If you guys want to find the cream of the crop, well, you can tune in here on twitch.tv/quitstalling, where I stream World of Warcraft with the boyos. Yes! World of Warcraft, where we role play. All right, we play our roles. I'm a shaman. All right, I'm a shaman, just like William Shatner. All right, you guys can find me and my thoughts on Twitter at Herald Plays, and you can find me posting some photos from time to time at Herald Plays as well. You can find me on the Quitstalling Geekcast this Friday, episode 99. All right, 11 a.m. Manila. All right, that's 9 p.m. Pacific, and 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern. All right, Quitstalling Geekcast, episode 99. 99. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be so good. And just pay attention to all our social medias and find out when I go live. And of course, if you want to listen to us on your commutes, you can check us out on Spotify. Just type in GameByte And don't be fooled by a cherry picked by GameByte. That's something else. All right, that's a meme page that started after us. They were second. All right. Remember what we talked about earlier on in the show about being there first? That's us. That's us. We were there first. All right. So check it out. We're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, the Google Play Store, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, and so much more. Wherever you can find your podcasts, you can find GameByte. GameByteRespectDiegoz. We're going to sign off now, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in. I caught Diego off guard there for a second. I noticed. Sorry, DZ. But that's about it for us. We're going to end the show here. For Diego, for Mick, and for everyone here at Quitstall. We'll see you guys at episode 100 this Saturday at 9 p.m. Till then, get off your butts and quit stalling. We'll see you guys next time. Bye, everybody. Bye.
Bye.